Hello and welcome. This is an attempt at Odoyev, or how do you say it? I'm not going to continue playing it for reasons that you shall see. However, I like to think I did a pretty good job of it. This is Ironman. I can prove it by saying help, and it says I'm not allowed to. However, I'm fairly sure that this one still works. Ah, no it doesn't. Oh well, the joke ones don't even work. Well, that's Ironman for you. So yeah, Odoyev, get ready to see some magic happen. First of all, our first war against Ryazan. We managed to trade off. A Golden Horde attacked. We attacked as well. Not the worst war in the world, but, you know, a bit disappointed we didn't get Ryazan. Now, Muscovy helped us against this one. We took a massive chunk out of Great Horde. It's not golden yet. The next war was, I think, also against... No, Crimea attacked Golden Horde, that's right. And then we attacked Crimea, taking... most of here. We vassalized Circassia. We got Astrakhan as a vassal. Of course, we fed them Golden Horde. Muscovy is destroying the Balkans. This Baltic states. What am I saying? Alright, integrated Circassia. Astrakhan has grown. Ottomans are unopposed, which will become a problem later on. Lithuania. Muscovy essentially attacked, and then I decided to do a second coming. Genoa's being a nuisance. Kasan's slowly being destroyed. We're expanding down here. But we're also expanding eastwards and westwards. And just generally, I mean, why not, right? Smolensk, of course, our vassal. Georgia, no, not Georgia. Georgia never became our vassal until much later. Moldavia, though, is my vassal at this point. What else? Yes, here we go. We continue growing into Lithuania. I think Teutonic Order becomes our vassal quite soon once they become a single province. There we go. We take Teutonic Order as a vassal. And then we take Livonian lands. This is the one war that I lost. Essentially what happened, I wanted to press for Pomerania's lands of the Teutonic Order. And we did. Problem is, well, Brandenburg was the Holy Roman Emperor. I didn't know that. I always forget, because for some reason I feel that they won't be a co-belligerent, but he was a co-belligerent, and one of his allies was France. So, you'll see what happens. We are forced to give almost all, well actually yeah, all of the Teutonic lands to Pomerania. Teutonic Order is now hiding away up here. We had to release parts of Genoa. Absolute disgusting at this point. We also got Imereti as our vassal now, because we're going to try and expand into here. Which doesn't actually happen, instead we vassalize Georgia. There we go. Pomerania has actually formed Prussia now, so we're all a bit concerned. We managed to take back Teutonic Order. Russia is formed, which means I'm pretty much lost already, because eventually they're just going to crush me. Hasn't happened yet, but it will soon, I'm sure. Very good. At this point, we integrate Imereti pretty soon, and then we will vassalize Georgia instead. We tried to cut Russia off from colonizing, no luck there. Quite sad about that, really. What else? I think we start eating parts of Kazakh at some point. There's a lot of people breaking out, breaking back in. Ardalan is being an amazing bastard. I actually managed to expand quite well. Yeah, look at that. Ardalan almost becomes all of Persia, which was amazing to watch. Look at that amazing stuff. Nothing new on our side, we just expand a few places here where we can. Poland's allied with Russia, Sweden's allied with Russia, Moldavia is my vassal. Georgia, that just then was the worst war in the world. Essentially it was Ottomans, Morocco, and Naples against me and Russia. And I'll show you at the end of this timeline, but it did not look well for us. We actually managed to take Tabaristan here, so we actually have a bit more land. Ardalan, this is where my mistakes come in. I decided to take a huge chunk out of Ardalan, which wasn't the worst thing, but then I also attacked Hormuz. And that annexation of Hormuz, well, even annexation, but taking parts of Hormuz ended up being a mistake. Firstly, I have this coalition, which will not end well. Not at all. Though I think it's not that bad. Poland and Ottomans and Kaz, these guys join in a bit. Yeah, I might have fucked up slightly. But alas, more importantly, show you the force limit line here. The Ottomans at 300,000, Russia at 200,000, I'm not even 100,000, they have terrible manpower. My economy is absolute trash, I'm drowning in debt. Also, my leader is possibly the worst thing in the world. I mean, look at that, we're trying to integrate Georgia right now, but no luck with that at all. So yeah, I decided to get greedy and accidentally fucked it up. Georgia, this was probably my proudest moment. We took out the Ottomans. I'll see if I continue this one. It's unlikely simply because, well, we might just die. However, we are third place in terms of development, which is, I suppose, nice. I'm not too sure. Ottomans, of course, ridiculously crazy. Hindustan actually exists, which is funny, even though they aren't actually Hindu. I mean, yeah, the symbol should probably tell you that. They are Shia. Sheik is not even existent yet, I don't think. Let's have a look. Does Sheik exist? It does exist. Well done. Such a good religion. Such a great one to have if you're not them though and you have problems. Of course, Ottomans, the only reason I really did this was to stop Ottoman advance into Persia. However, now I've probably messed it up. I think we're allied with Castile at this point. Yes, Castile, Russia, and Sweden. So we tried to keep some sort of alliance here. Russia, however, is at war with Cochin, and that'll probably stop them from helping me in that coalition war. Castile, also at war. It's unlikely anyone will decide to help me, so that'll be a problem. However, we're pretty good in our conversion, really, because, well, there's one thing I invested into. It was most definitely religious ideas. Oh well, it was a good try. Let's see, Moldavia, Malmaduke. That was amazing. We managed to take one province, the cheapest province I could, and it was this one. And I was like, alright, I'll just release the Malmadukes. And now we have some beautiful cores on all of the Ottomans. Problem is, of course, you actually have to fight the Ottomans to get them, and that's a different problem altogether. Of course, Ming is stupidly strong and pretty much impossible to break anymore, which makes life a bit difficult because, quite knowingly, I'll show you. I'll click on Ming. All of these guys are under Ming, and Kazakh is a vassal of Chagatai, who is under Ming, which means I can't even expand into hordes anymore without fighting Ming, which is pretty much impossible for me. However, we do have a very pretty color, and our name is technically thicker than the Ottomans, and we all know it's all about the thickness, not the length. Other than that, not much to say. Other than that, my rulers have been absolute garbage, which is also why, well, that's my excuse as to why I'm so far behind in tech, because all my rulers were rather crap. Let's have, no, I don't want current, I want all rulers, previous rulers, here we go. So we start with okay, terrible, terrible, okay, but he only lived like 10 years. Pretty good, only lived 5 years. Amazing, only reason why I still existed. However, cruel was stupid. This one getting worse again, but even then only 10 years. Terrible, he lasted 20 years. Okay, lasted 7 years. And now this fucker who's lived for 15. Why are all my rulers so terrible? It's not all of them, but all the good ones die really quickly and all the bad ones live forever. What a nuisance. What a nuisance indeed. The amount of times I almost got PU'd by Russia. They claimed my throne 4 times in this entire game. 4 times. It's kind of ridiculous, to be honest. This, however, is possibly the only reason why I still exist. This one less so, but this one just gives me all the best. Also, holy crap, -3 national unrest. That is beautiful. It's why I haven't died from revolts. But I'll probably have to change pretty soon considering all this, if I do even continue. Because as I said, that coalition will most likely just utterly annihilate me. Which will be fun, I guess, maybe. So yeah, that was Odoyev. I'll give us one more quick timeline of each of the main areas. So let's start from the beginning. You can watch France annihilate people. We'll do it fast. Ottomans expanded. Venice does have this. Not anymore, but you know. The Holy Roman Empire was a mess. Ottomans expand easily into Hungary with no Poland because waiting Commonwealth to stop them. France expands nicely. Scotland still exists, but Norway takes it, I think. Thomond, very nice. Morocco, becoming a beast. England tiny takes Ireland. Norway is in the north. Northern Norway, I suppose. And why has Sweden got something? No, that was just a glitch. Fair enough. Of course, let's have a look at the rise of Hindustan and Ardalan. I mean, that is where things, I think it would have been Bahmanis that formed it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Watch the Timurids collapse. Watch Ardalan rise. Ardalan. My beautiful Ardalan. Come on, Ardalan. You're beautiful. Yes, there we go. The expansion. Once they get into Persia, there is no stopping them. Amazing. And then I destroyed their dream because, well, I needed land to be able to fix my economy, which was really impossible at this point because all my trade nodes were split in half. More accurately, my main trade node, which is Kiev, is split between me and Muscovy, and they take a huge amount, and I can't even boost it. Not to mention Poland. Brandenburg controls 17% somehow. I don't even know. Russia has 23%. I only have 29, so it's horrible in that case. Baltic, even there I don't have that much. I don't have the economy to build boats. Crimea is probably my best bet, to be honest. I should have just made everything go into here, but even then I can only transfer from Astrakhan. Oh, what a horrible position to be in. Unless I... probably next time I have to expand directly north, but then I have no allies because as as a Russian Orthodox that lives here, no one wants to ally you, not even Poland, because, well, I mean, you're Orthodox, so who cares, right? Delhi is once again a monster. I don't know how they fucking do it. Rich Indian lands. I wish I could just play in Western Europe. But alas, so that was that. One more time, really quick. Watch the blue greatness expand. And I'll see you all next time.